Hello, today I'm going to show you how to use your food scale. And I am building my lunch, so I'm just going to walk you through that process. I'm going to show you what I'm going to measure and what I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to tip my screen down so you can see my food scale. It's just a super basic one. I believe it was under $20 on Amazon. I'm going to put my plate on the food scale. It's just a little plate because this is a little food scale. So I want to keep something that's not going to like cover the whole thing so I can't see the numbers on the food scale. I'm just going to move this back and hoping you can see everything. Turning it on. So that's just the on/tare button. So it's on and the units are in grams, which is fine. I can change that later if I want to. I'm making a smoked salmon open-faced sandwich type thing. So I'm just going to pull my toasted English muffin pieces out of the toaster and I'm going to put avocado on this. So I'm not measuring the English muffin because it's a packaged item. I already know roughly the calories. It's like 100 calories. The protein, I'm just gonna plug it into MyFitnessPal as what this thing is called. I am gonna measure my avocado, number one, because I already like smashed it into guacamole. And so I'm not able to know if it's a half a medium avocado or a quarter of an avocado. So I'm just going to weigh it out. This is one of those things that a little bit can make a huge difference. If you think, it's a half of an avocado that's medium, but it's actually a large avocado, when you're tracking that in MyFitnessPal, that can make a difference of 100 calories. So we're just going to weigh it and know exactly what it is we're doing. So I'm going to keep this in grams, but if I wanted to change it to ounces or something else, I could do that. First, I'm going to hit tare and zero everything out. I put stuff on the scale, but I can zero it out by hitting tare. And then I can change my unit of measurement if I want to. So now it's in kilograms. I pretty much never use that. Ounces, a lot of times I'll use that for meat. But for this avocado, I'm going to go grams, just because when I track it in MyFitnessPal, the way I've tracked it before is in grams. So it's going to be easy for me to find that. So I'm just going to scoop some onto my knife, go ahead and put it onto the English muffin. That looks good. And then I'm going to put some on the other side. And I'm just going with like the coverage that I want. I'm not looking for a specific amount of grams, but that happens to be 33 grams. That sounds good to me. I could write that down if I feel like I'm going to forget it, but I'm only measuring two things. So I feel like I'll remember 33 so that I can track it later. I'm going to put smoked salmon on next. And so I'm going to zero out the scale and I'm going to go for my smoked salmon. This is something that I bought at Trader Joe's. It has a serving size and calories on the back. For a 3-ounce serving, it's 140 calories. I'm not going to use a whole serving, so I'm just going to weigh out what I want for this particular sandwich. So this is it says 3 ounces or 85 grams. I'm just going to keep it in grams since it's already here. But if I wanted to change it to ounces and see, I feel like Americans, we probably think in ounces a lot more than we do grams. And I can probably eyeball 2 ounces better than I can 50 grams or something like that. But just for funsies, just keep it on grams and see what we got. So I'm going to put my salmon on. Doot. Doot. So you guys are getting a food scale lesson and a recipe. I'll do a little bit more salmon here. That's about what sounds good to me. So that it says 48 grams. Sure, I'll probably round it up to 50. And then last but not least, I'm going to add, I did a fried egg. So I'm going to add that too. That's not something that I'm going to measure because I generally know that eggs are about 70 calories for like a large egg. So I'm not going to weigh that. I feel like it gets a little bit, I just want to be as lazy and simple as possible with this stuff. So I'll measure the things that can be big dial movers and just estimate the things that can be estimated. So an egg is usually an egg, unless it's a goose egg or a quail egg or something like that, then that's going to be a lot different. But for this stuff, I like to measure my fats, almond butter, um, what else? Fats, almond butter, peanut butter, avocado, guacamole, that type of stuff. If I'm, that's for food scale measurements. If I'm doing like olive oil and things like that, I'll usually measure out like tablespoons. I love to measure my protein just because I have protein goals and I want to hit them. So if I'm just guesstimating all the time, then I never really know if I'm hitting my protein goals. So I make sure I measure that. And it's more about like wanting to make sure I have enough instead of measuring because I want to restrict, restrict, restrict. So hopefully that food scale lesson was a little bit helpful. And yeah, continue on with your tracking and let me know if you have any questions.